All right, my next guest will face Diana Avsaragova on April the 9th at Bellator 256. And of course, it is Tara Graff on the show. Tara, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm really good. The last time I actually saw you, obviously, was at the Mohegan Sun when you fought Valerie Loureda in August of 2020. So it's been a little while now. What has life been like for you since?
Um, it's been tough. I've been working my butt off. Like we've been going over a lot. Things that went wrong, things that I could have improved on, could have done differently. Um, Mainly staying composed, even when I'm frustrated, when things weren't going as planned. But been working hard. Home life, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Kids keep you on your toes. So I got two boys and a stepdaughter. So they keep you moving. Recently got engaged. So it's been a wild ride.
Congratulations on your engagement. That's exciting news. Do your kids do they really get into MMA as well? Is that something that they look at you what you're doing and they want to maybe follow in your footsteps?
They do. My boys, they love to watch it. Following in my footsteps, probably not so much. They like it. They like to watch it, but I'm not thinking they're gonna be in any cages anytime soon or later.
Okay.
I don't know, they love it, and they get, riled up, and they like to roll around and fight each other. Yeah, but I don't see that happening.
Well,
They love when mom's in there. They get really nervous, but they love it.
I'm sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, you never know what the future holds, so we'll see what happens there. I wanted to ask you too. Now that the world seems to be opening up a little bit and getting back to some sense of normality, what was the pandemic like for you as far as just your normal life training? Like, how hard was it for you to do what you would normally have done if things were normal?
I mean, it still kind of is hard. Everything isn't back to normal, but yes, it is starting to open up. Through the bulk of it, like it was rough. Like when everything was really shut down, gyms, everything. Um, I do have people that are always willing to come over and help. I got my basements are lined in mats. So, and then even when Mike, had his knee surgery, which it sucked. Good timing for him and us, but bad timing for being locked down. But I have people that are willing to help. It does stink that I didn't have as many training partners, or couldn't venture out like I'd normally would, as far as cross training and stuff like that. And then trying to come up with home workouts and stuff like that until my strength and conditioning gym opened. So it was tough, but you try to overcome all of the obstacles if you want to do what you love to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And hopefully, again, as you said just a minute ago, things are getting a little bit better. So hopefully, things are just going to continue to open up everywhere so life can get back to normal. I do want to dive in and just talk about the outcome to Valerie and what you learned from that. Obviously, it's been a little while ago now. So like looking back on it, when you think about it, you talked about staying composed. Like, was that really the thing that you point to as to what happened with that loss?
Yeah, honestly. So I went in with a completely different mindset, thinking that she was going to throw a lot of kicks. She was going to be an aggressor. I feel that she wasn't. I felt like I was chasing her around in a circle for 10 minutes straight, and that's one thing that I have been working on, how to cut off the cage a little bit. Kind of didn't go into the game plan that we went in with, because I went in, trying a specific way. And it was very frustrating, trying to catch somebody that's just constantly running. I like to get in there and just scrap, and it's hard to do that when I'm not cutting the cage off and able to get her. Um, so of course I did. I got extremely frustrated, aggravated, and everything went out the window. And got caught with one I didn't see. And that anybody can get caught with one they didn't see it, and it can sit you. Did I think it was over? No, 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 not at all. Thought it was the end of the round, but it is what it is. It's in the past. Live and learn, and we'll definitely meet again.
Yeah, okay. I was going to ask
For
that. Is
sure.
that something that you're hoping you get a rematch with her?
100%. 100%. And I'm gonna get this win out of the way, and I don't know if Bellator will be down with the next one, but I will be calling her back out.
So the bad blood seems to still be there. Can you just talk a little bit about how that came about?
Yeah, and what's funny is I didn't think there was bad blood originally. She took to heart something that I said. Obviously, it struck a nerve and sat with her until even actually a couple weeks ago, where she's posting about me. Cool. If I'm renting space in your head, awesome. But I didn't even say anything about her other than her the way she promotes herself on social media is very provocative and demoralizing. I am a mother. I have children that look up to me, and to be honest with you, I don't want them to look at that like that's what's going to make it. That's what's attractive. um, to each is their own. It is, but I don't think it belongs in the MMA world. um, I said that. She didn't like it. Obviously struck a nerve, and she said I talk shit, but I didn't. So it is what it is. Like I said, to each is their own. So
Did that sting any more than any other loss would, just because there was kind of that back and forth and a little bit of heat between you two?
um no, every loss is kind of like, damn, but you learn from it. You move away from it, and you only look back to see what you did wrong, what you could have done different, and you keep moving, move forward. It's not about the past.
What do you think of just her skill set as a fighter? I mean, you talked about her movement and you said she was running from you, but like, do you feel that was like a good game plan on
For
her
sure.
part?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I get in there with the mentality like we're going. you know, that's not everybody's game plan. She is a taekwondo fighter. That's why I went in there thinking that she was going to throw a significant amount of kicks. One of my head coaches is his base is taekwondo, so we went over that constantly. And it was very shocking trying to, okay, when is she gonna throw it? Like I'm just running in a circle and waiting for this and waiting for the kick, waiting for the spin, and it was never there. And I think that's what frustrated me the most. But
I'm sure if you guys do
we've
meet,
grown.
yes, of course. And you did say obviously a rematch is something you'd like. If you do meet again, do you feel like you guys would be able to put together a game plan that would really benefit you to cut those angles and to make her
We've already
style?
been working on it. Yeah, because people are going to see that. I'm on the Bellator stage now. People see it. It's rerun. There's no hiding anything. So people are going to see that and be like, oh, well, we have the same game plan. Let's frustrate her. That's what a loss is. A loss is what you learn from, and the things that you take away, and this is what you need to work on 100%. And that's what I've been doing.
How did fighting like with no fans in the arena there affect you? Are you one of those fighters that gets amped up when there's like a lot of fans right there in attendance cheering with that energy?
And honestly, I can say I don't really hear them when they were there. It's kind of like background noise. So coming in and going out was very weird. It was very different. But during, I don't think so. Like I don't ever remember in any of my fights like really getting amped up from a crowd because I don't hear them that much. I just, like I said, it's background noise to me.
So you're just lasered in. You're one of those fighters that just lasered in on you.
Right, trying to hear the corner. Right.
There you go. Well, let's talk about this specific camp. I mean, the fight April 9th, it'll be here before you know it, less than a month away now. Have you brought in anybody new as far as training partners go, or has it just pretty much been the same people that you've had in previous camps?
Pretty much the same people, except for my wrestling coach. I've been working more and more with him. So I'm not just, a jits game on the ground. I'm more wrestling on the ground as well, and wrestling defense. She is a wrestler, so I am ready. I'm ready for it. Yeah. My wrestling coach Richie, he is a phenomenal wrestler. So I've been working a lot with him. Come a long way, and even in the last couple weeks, month, 2 months. It's come a long way. So I'm super excited about this one. This one's going to be, it's going to be a scrap. Like, this is the fight that I've been waiting for. the one that I want.
Well, I know we're all excited to see you climb back in the Bellator cage. You're back at the Mohegan Sun. Do you like it what they've done there? I mean, the Bellator bubble and everything. It seems like it's pretty streamlined. How do you like it there at Mohegan?
I do. I love it. Everyone there is fantastic. Between all of, everyone involved with Bellator, the commission they're great. Everyone makes you feel right at home, and the casino too. I love it. I couldn't ask to be treated any better.
And what's your take on what Bellator is doing with Showtime? I think it's huge that they signed this.
I love it. Yes, it's great. It's great. I mean, it's going to open up so many doors, and I think it's awesome. And they're kind of like sister companies with Showtime Boxing too. It's great. I'm super excited. I think it'll pull more fans in too.
I agree. 100% agree. I think you're really going to see the Bellator brand grow more from this deal.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
And when you look at women's MMA in general, just the landscape right now, do you feel it's in a good place? Do you feel like it should have more attention?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely growing, but I think it's going to get big. Honestly, I think it could even surpass the men. I really do. Think of it like this, every time like there's a female bout, everybody's like, oh, okay, here we go. Because there's most of the time they're scrappy. Like us females, we just get right into it. Most of us, we just go. But I think it's a bigger draw than a lot of men.
What's your take on Amanda Nunes and just how great she is?
I love her. I love Amanda Nunes. She is awesome. She is the GOAT. She is definitely one of my favorites, for sure. For sure. And she's just a humble, like down to earth person. She seems like she is just easy to get along with, easy to talk to, just so real, you know, and will tear you up. Both on the feet and the ground.
Yeah, no doubt about it. She is the women's GOAT, 100%. When you look at who's out there for her, the only thing that makes sense to me right now, because she's cleaned out 2 divisions essentially, I'd like to see her fight Shevchenko again.
Yes, yeah, me too. That was the only one I can say that really gave her a run for her money. I would love to see that again.
Yeah,
that's I think her only test. I mean, I don't know if it's a test, but it's a good fight.
Yeah.
Good fight.
Well, hopefully the UFC makes that happen, because that's the one that I know the hardcore fans are really salivating about. All right, let's talk about this matchup with Diana. She's 2-0. She had a unanimous decision victory in May of 2019. Prior to that, she fought in December of 2017, a round 1 armbar win. So she hasn't really been all that active. When you look at cage rust in fighters, do you think that's a real thing? Do you think it could play a factor in this fight?
Yes and no. It depends on the person. Because I went about 2 years without fighting, and I jumped right back in there. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Do I think the cage rust was an issue? No, not really, but it can be for some people. I think not having the crowd might help her a little bit, so the nerves of walking in and nobody's in there, that might be okay, because she won't have that, those nerves, but she is walking onto a big stage. Lots of eyes looking, maybe not in person, but all around the globe, I think it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight.
You talked about working on your wrestling a lot in this camp, and that's what she comes from, a wrestling base. So what, without giving away your game plan, like what's your best course to victory here? Or do you feel like you are just going to hold a big advantage over her in one specific area of the fight?
No. I mean, I've been working everything, every angle and angles. No, I've been working everything. That's about it. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, I mean, from my striking to my wrestling to my jits, it's gonna be a good one. You're actually going to see, I think, the real me and who I've become. So, unlike the last one where you didn't really get to see much. So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good fight.
That's exciting. Maybe you should come out to the real Slim Shady for your watch.
Maybe. Typically, I let the kids pick my walkout song, but.
So, okay, prediction time. As far as this fight goes, do you feel like it could go the distance, or do you feel like you're going to get a finish here?
No, I think I'll finish it for sure. Yeah.
And are you feeling?
I'm going to say one. I'm going to say round one.
Round one. Okay, I like it. Well, the is going to come
out. We're going to just come out brawling.
Are you feeling more pressure though to go in and get a win here? I mean, obviously you'd like to have a perfect record.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm coming off of 2 losses, back to back. It sucks. But like I said, I've grown. So I feel like this is it, I'm coming out and I need to win this, and I will win this.
All right. And so what's next as far as time frame goes? Are you going to try and stay as active as possible? Or do you want to
Absolutely. I'm not getting any younger, even though I say I am. I'm not. I'm ready to keep going. As long as everything's good to go, I'm next event. Well, I don't care. You tell me, I'm always trying to train, always trying to stay ready. Because you never know. You never know when the call is going to come. So.
All right. Well, I'm very excited to see you climb back in that Bellator cage again. Diana Avsaragova, Bellator 256, April the 9th. I very much appreciate the time. Before I let you go, if you have any sponsors you want to thank, do so. And please tell people where to follow you on social media.
Yes. So you can follow me on social media, Facebook. I do have a fan page, Tiny Tara Graff. Instagram, I believe it's at the Tiny Terror. And then my gym, my gym's Royal Martial Arts. I'm gonna be JJ, 301 Strong, my strength and conditioning gym. Without them, I wouldn't be here. My sponsors, John Fit Meals, HKA USA, best gear ever, Hammer Fist. I got a new podcast sponsor, and I just today found out what it meant. So the name is The Stars Podcast, and it means straight talk about real shit. I love it. I was like, I had no idea. But anyways, shout out to them too. Of course, my coaches, my team, Mike Pagano, Mike Wilson, Richie Paoli, Josh Williams, Jesse Mitchell, Mikey Rivera, Sean Shorty Rot, everybody else that's helped me through this camp. Much love to all you. You've helped me grow significantly in the last few months. So thank you.